BYB's biggest bare-knuckle stars return to Denver, Colorado on Friday, May 10th for BYB 26. Mile High Brawl. Newly crowned super middleweight champion LT Smash Nelson looks to become BYB's first two-division title holder when he takes on his toughest opponent yet in the ever-dangerous and always hungry Tommy the Samurai Turner for the BYB Middleweight Belt. There will be no love lost when big-time brawlers Yuli Diaz and Zion Tomlinson look to draw first blood as they meet in the Trigon in a cruiserweight title eliminator match. Plus, BYB lightweight champion Patty Juarez gets back in action in front of her hometown crowd, while Robert Duran Jr. makes his long-awaited BYB debut. Catch all the action live at the Stockyards Event Center, Friday, May 10th. Visit BYBExtreme.com for tickets and information.
Welcome to the Original Fighter's Voice. I'm your host, Don Mcguire. I apologize for my voice, but after this weekend and the Hall of Fame, I kind of lost it, but I'm still rolling with pride and rolling, keeping my stride. Welcome the one and only, the Samurai, Tommy Turner. How you doing, homie?
I'm good, brother. Thank you for having me on again.
The pleasure's all mine. We're going back to Denver, but this time the stakes are higher. And you look on the internet, and it's kind of crazy in a lot of ways because you look at the facets, and the facets are everything is Laurent T. Smash Nelson, Laurent T. Smash Nelson. In my eyes, you're just as prevalent, brother. What does it make you feel like when you go on the internet and you feel like the sport looks at it as a one-sided fight that you're walking into?
My whole boxing career was like that. All my wins had to be upsets, and I upset some pretty big names. So, if anything, it fuels the fire. The fans and whoever it might be can take me lightly, but the second my opponent does, that's when it goes wrong. And I think LT knows what we're both in for, and it's going to be a great fight. So I see a lot of that, but it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, I think your humility and the honor that you bring to the sport is tremendous. I'm going to play a little. Sorry about that. Everything's touchscreen nowadays because nobody wants to work for it. But I'm going to play a little intro because I think it really, for me, it emulates what we're going to go into Denver at BYB 26 and see. And I'm going to go ahead and play that now, brother.
The main event.
This is going to be a battle.
It's showtime.
Just watching that, Tommy, how does that make you feel, brother, when you know we're days away from arguably one of the biggest fights of your career in bare knuckle?
Oh, it just lets me know that all the work I put in is paying off. Like you getting put in all your hard work and you getting all these honors you've gotten lately, and then finally getting another shot at a world title is just everything I've worked for is coming to fruition, and it's time to take care of that and win what's mine.
Amen, brother. That's kind of how I felt on my walk in this industry. I wasn't here for the accolades. I was here to give other people in the sport an opportunity. But my brother Corey Cass from California, he says, "Congratulations on the Boxing Hall of Fame." I'm not going to make tonight's show about it because my show is about you, but these are the two that actually put me into history. I mean, this is the one that put me into history in MMA. This is the one that cemented me as the greatest combat sports photographer in both genres. And I got to say, I never expected that. The humility, is I'm humble, bro, and it's kind of hard when you walk into a place like that and hundreds of people are asking you for your autograph. I can't take that pressure. I can't handle that pressure. How does Tommy Turner handle this type of pressure? Because the air is thick right now. You know, LT's out there saying he's going to be a 2 division champ. What does Tommy Turner say?
So we'll find out next Friday. I'm kind of the same, you know, when I get surrounded by a lot of people, I have that weird in crowds. I don't do well. I don't know how I can fight, and I don't have the anxiety, but social anxieties. I grew up in a small town. I'm not used to being around a lot of people. So as of right now, I mean, I'm kind of hiding out at the house if I'm not training. I haven't even really been at my barbershop. I'm just focused, and there's a very, very narrow path that I'm on right now, and it's not branching off until after next Friday.
You know, a lot of people don't understand that this last week, the week before the fight, is the hardest walk an athlete has to make because you're going through cuts. You know, you're dealing with your everyday life on top of everything. How hard is it for a fighter like yourself, Tommy? Because I know you're going through a cut. How hard is it for you to make that initial step into this final week?
You know, I've done it so much that it's kind of just second nature, but definitely the older I get and staying at 160 instead of jumping up weight classes, I feel it a little bit more. Not necessarily any harder, but I guess maybe I just notice the cuts a little more. But again, it's second nature. This will be my 90th fight between MMA, kickboxing, boxing, and bare knuckle. So we're used to this, and all I'm focused on right now is next Friday. They can say what they want, but the fight's not over till it's over.
Hey man, bro, I feel you there. You know, I met you in BYB, and I was amazed by the talent you had. A lot of people say, well, why is Tommy Turner fighting bare knuckle when he's a tremendous boxer? And I get asked that over and over and over again. So I'm going to ask you for the fans so they can finally understand, why is Tommy Turner a bare knuckle fighter instead of a boxer?
I think honestly, it's just my style. And I, coming from Idaho, and not having a big promoter, or I've never really hired a manager. I've always done my own management. So I've always been B-side in boxing. So my record kind of got away from me. I was never fed fights. I think if you look at my boxing record and count wins and losses, my combined opponents' win-loss records is 150 compared to like 6 or 7 losses. So I've always fought dogs, and any of my wins, the knockouts that I had were all, you know, gritty fights that I had to get them out of their boxing. And so coming to bare knuckle, my style is a boxer brawler. I get a brawl. That's where I feel comfortable, is exchanging in the middle of gunfire. That's where I feel right. So that's why I'm here.
Is there anything about LT Nelson that you see differently than any other fighter, or do you just look at this as another fight? I mean, the world praises LT for all that he's done in the combat world, but you're the gentleman that's going to step in the trigon against him. How does Tommy Turner see LT Nelson?
I definitely think he's one of the toughest fighters, no matter what art it is. He's one of the toughest guys in the world, if not, you know, top 2, 3 tough guys. You watch all of his fights, and he's just a dog. And I respect him for that. But at the same time, I've fought guys that became world champions in boxing, and I mean, Jesse Hart and you know, Tarver Jr., just to name a few. Fundora, the tall guy that just won world titles. I've fought these guys, so I get asked, do you ever feel like fear or scared? No, I don't. You're in the wrong line of business if you feel scared. Nervous, absolutely. I'll feel a little nervous, but I think the nervousness fuels your fire, right, and fuels you to get through that fight. So, I don't. The thing I see special about him is his toughness and his grit. Other than that, I believe I'm just as good, if not better, of a fighter.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but you fought in Denver when the first time we were there last December, correct?
Yep.
So this is easy peasy, bro. This is just like walking into your arena because he didn't fight in Denver the last time. So this is going to be pretty cool. Oh, yeah, he did actually. Both you fought on the same card. Yeah,
he fought Cerna. Yeah, he fought Cerna. Yeah, we fought in London together too. But you know, fighting in Denver's cool because the Boise, Idaho flight to Denver is like an hour and a half. And we just did a head count, and I've got between 60 and 70 people that'll be wearing Team Samurai shirts. We're going to take over a section, so it's like I'm at home, and the elevation don't bother me as bad as it does a lot of fighters, because again, I'm in Idaho. I'm already at elevation. I'm training. I live at roughly 4,000 feet. I do some cardio up at like 6,000-7,000 feet. So yeah, Mile High, it's kind of like home too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet venue too. I really liked it there. I'm gonna get to a couple of these comments if you don't mind. Brother of mine, they call him Little Holmes, out of Canada. He says, "Hello, Don. Congratulations again." And Tommy, you know, and the fool of BYB, but we love him. Chris Shaggy Gonzalez says, "Let's fool." How's it going, Don and Tommy?
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I love me some Shaggy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Another brother of mine from Canada, Brian Halderson, says good evening.
Good evening.
And Chris says BYB Extreme Fighting Series 26, Mile High, Brawl for the history books. You know, you will create history. LT has fought in every genre that there is possible. What would it mean for Tommy Turner to come out victorious?
It's the only outcome I'm allowing myself to see. You know, I'll be 37 in September. I told my wife, if you let me do this, spend my entire 20s and my 30s fighting, I'll be done at 35. Well, here I am, you know, almost 2 years later, and I'm still at it. She's still putting up with my weight cuts, letting me take off to spar, coming home grumpy because I'm hungry. She's been putting up with that. So, you know, this is all I've really ever wanted, is to win a world title, have a belt, and be comfortable in saying I don't really need to prove anything anymore. So, not that this is my last fight, but I'm on the tail end of my career. So, it would mean everything to me to bring that belt home and to beat somebody as tough as LT is.
I feel you there. You know, my brother from Atlanta, Giovanni Gavazzoni, says, my friends, much respect. And the reason I'm gonna let Chris ask this question, because I think it's very relevant. You kind of, we touched on it a little bit. He says, does it make a difference for Tommy that the fight will have betting odds?
No, I saw the odds, and I'm actually the biggest underdog on the whole card. It looks like. It don't bother me at all. If anything, hopefully whoever bets on me can make a little money.
Yeah. He says, man, let's go. I'm Shaggy, no fool. You know, like I said, I apologize for my voice tonight, but bro, it was a hell of a weekend. And now next weekend, pretty much, well, I didn't know the doorbell was going to ring, but hey, it's a live show. You roll with the punches. But what's it going to be like for Tommy Turner? Because the way we do our weigh-ins, the way we do our face-off, Are you going to go in like Cub Hawkins does, or are you going to go in? How do you plan on conducting yourself on weigh-in day? That's the best way to say it.
I'm always quiet. I'm not really into the extra stuff. I'm not going to waste my energy getting into a fight with somebody. Me and LT have no issues with each other. We had that interview together in Tampa. It went well. We joked around. I think we're very similar in that sense, but it'll be different once we're both in the Trigon. That's when things will change. But as far as weigh-ins go, I'm gonna show the guy nothing but respect. I'm not gonna talk any shit. I'm gonna answer Goldie's questions when he sits us down and talks to us, and then I'll shake the man's hand, and then I'll see him tomorrow when we fight.
This is so crazy because you've rose so fast in BYB. And I watched the little snippet that Claudia Trejos did with you, and she asked you, what's it going to be like for you to fill the belt? I think that was a kind of redundant way of asking it, but I'm going to ask you my own way. You win this fight, what's it going to mean for you and your family to have this opportunity and to have this title?
You know what? So when my grandpa passed and my dad passed a few years ago, all I had left from them was like their military medals, and military paperwork. And that's something that my kids will get. So winning these medals and this belt and this world title, when I'm gone, my kid will hopefully not pawn the belt off or something, but hopefully it stays around like my family's war medals and military medals and awards have stuck and stayed with me. That's all I really want, is for my children to have something out of this when it's all said and done and I'm gone. Whether like you got the Hall of Fame, your family's name will forever be there. So if I could put my family's name, put the Turner name as a world champion, no one can take that from us.
Yeah, no one can, and what I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but since you kind of touched on it, when I gave my induction speech, I explained why my wife wasn't there and explained that we almost lost our son last October. But then I did something that even kind of tripped out a room full of legends. I thanked the fans in attendance. I said, because without the fans, there would be no me, there would be no fighters. The fighters are the ones the fans are the ones that have created this sport and keep this sport going. I think a lot of people forget that if they don't buy that ticket, they don't buy that pay-per-view, there's no event, there's no nothing. And so in my induction speech, I felt it was necessary to thank the fans, because they are what truly has created us and allows us to continue to go. And it was just a beautiful moment, because I'm the type of dude that I always like to thank everybody that's helped me take care of my family, from the fans to the fighters, because without you guys, I wouldn't exist. But I got a great question that Gio wants to ask you. He says, Giovanni says, Samurai, what do you think about Cub Hawkins' style and his character?
I like his character. He's similar to myself. We're both quiet. We're the guy that you're going to see in the back of the room with our eyeballs on everybody. But we're not going to say a whole lot. And I think there's a little mutual respect between the two of us. If you're in between 160 pounds and 185 pounds, he don't say hi to you. He don't shake your hand, none of that. But in Tampa, he walked by, shook my hand. We gave each other a nod. And I think that's because, real recognize real, right? So we're both quiet guys. And his style is, I would say it's similar to mine, only I box a little bit more.
Yeah. See, and I think that's where the friendship of you and Gigliotti. Really, I mean, you guys build each other. You guys have created a new style with each other's combined styles. I think it's a friendship made in heaven, you two. I love both of you. Both of you are articulate. Both of you are very well mannered in the ring, and both of you can sure as hell fight, bro. And I remember the first time I saw you fight, and I was just absolutely amazed because they said, the first show, the first fight of the night could be the fight of the night, and it truly was, man. It was, you're such an amazing warrior once you step into the Trigon. I know I've asked a lot of fighters, and I may have asked you before, but I just want to touch on it again. What does it mean for you when you hear your name? Because, as I was just put in the National Boxing Hall of Fame, I know what it's like to be in the back of Madison Square Garden and see the legends, just waiting there to hear their name called and to see them get psyched out. How does it feel for Tommy Turner to be in the back and hear your name and walk out and hear the crowd applaud? What does it mean for you to hear that and to have that?
Oh, it means a lot to me. It definitely hits me in the chest. Just knowing that I've pushed myself and worked hard enough to get to that point to where there's a crowd cheering and my name is the one that they're hearing and being announced. And you hear those fans, and it lets you know it's about to go down. And whether I have to go to a dark place to get this win or not, it's time to get this done. So just hearing that, I think only a fighter and a person that's been in your position or the part of the promotion will ever really understand what it feels like and what it's like to be a part of that.
Yeah. Chris says elite fighters let it all out on fight night. I think I wouldn't just say elite fighters. I'd say fighters that truly have the passion that want to succeed. They give it their all, and you can't knock that. Now, a brother of mine that I was with this weekend, and I want to thank you, Nate Wren, for everything you did, in California for me. He says, this has been one great show, never a dull moment with the samurai. How
Thank
does it
you.
make you how does it make you feel, Tommy, that the world is now taking notice? Because I'm humble like you, bro. I don't, it's weird for me to, like we were talking about, to have legends ask me for my autograph. How hard is it for Tommy Turner to walk that part of the sport? Because it's different. A lot of people don't understand it because they're not walking that walk. But what's it feel like for you to have people come up, want your autograph, want to take pictures? I get shy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I get overwhelmed. How is it for you, bro?
I get shy as well. I'm definitely not an attention seeker, so I don't need anyone's attention. But getting it this way and from all the hard work and proving myself in the ring or the Trigon, it makes a guy feel good for sure. But then again, I'm a quiet guy. I don't do crowds, so it makes me a little uncomfortable, but it definitely makes me feel good at the same time.
Yeah, that's so dope. But tell me about crowds. If anybody's seen my speech, okay, but they wouldn't realize that was the first time I've ever spoke publicly. Period. I speak like this, but I've never do it publicly. And so I had to get up there in front of all those people, bro. And the only way I could do it was to look at a certain friend of mine and that's all. I just stared just at them and acted like nobody else was in the room, just them. And I got through it eloquently. But Nate Wren also wants to know, who's the Samurai's favorite referee?
Oh man. Well, all time I'd say Joe Cortez, but Cortez raised my hand at the Hard Rock in Las Vegas, so it was always cool to meet him. But I think as far as the Trigon and the bare knuckle goes, man, I forget. He reffed my last fight in December.
Wayne Spinola.
Yeah.
You know who my
Spinola.
favorite bare knuckle ref is, and he's his buddy, and that's Mr. Bill Clancy.
Oh, Bill Clancy as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Clancy. You know, we went in the Hall of Fame together this weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
how cool is that? I get to go in to the Hall of Fame with one of my brothers of 40 years. It's pretty dope. I'm gonna get through these real quick, and then we're gonna go to my grandfather says, "Welcome all. The Warriors are on." Sander K. Turner says, hashtag Team Turner, love you, brother. What does it make you feel like to have your family be so proud of you?
I love you too. It feels good. Especially, you know, when I was a young adult, I went through a dark period, pushed all my family away, and didn't really give them much to believe in as far as me, if that makes sense. Lots of bad decisions, and just I pushed everyone away. So, you know, seeing them now in support of me and traveling to Denver and printing shirts out for my kids and making new shirts and team gear and just stuff like that, it shows me that I've changed my life, and I've pulled my head out, and I've been doing the right thing for these last 15, 16 years. So it feels great.
That's so dope. Nate says, I enjoy watching the Samurai. He's one hell of a brawler. It's always the quiet ones that are crazy. Hey, I agree with that. I'm not denying that at all. You know, because bro, the quiet ones scare the crap out of me. Oh man, you know we speak things into apparition. Mr. Bill Clancy says, Hall of Famer Dandy Don. You know, that's a moniker that James Tony gave me.
Yeah.
Many years ago, and brother, it was an honor. I'm sorry, Tommy, but it was an honor to go walk into history with you this weekend. I love you, Bill, and you're one hell of a referee. And he has something to say to you, Tommy. He says, Tommy is a badass. Honored to have refed him in London at the O2. You know, take us
that's
there,
right.
Tommy.
He made the trip. He made the trip. I got my bell rung that night, so I didn't remember a whole lot of it. But congrats on everything, Bill, and I look forward to seeing you again someday.
Yeah, it was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. You know, I'm gonna have to go to a commercial break because they want us to do a commercial break at a certain amount of time, but we'll be right back.
BYB's biggest bare knuckle stars return to Denver, Colorado on Friday, May 10th for BYB 26. Mile High Brawl. Newly crowned super middleweight champion LT Smash Nelson looks to become BYB's first two-division title holder when he takes on his toughest opponent yet in the ever-dangerous and always hungry Tommy the Samurai Turner for the BYB Middleweight Belt. There will be no love lost when big-time brawlers Yuli Diaz and Zion Tomlinson look to draw first blood as they meet in the Trigon in a cruiserweight title eliminator match. Plus, BYB lightweight champion Patty Juarez gets back in action in front of her hometown crowd, while Robert Duran Jr. makes his long-awaited BYB debut. Catch all the action live at the Stockyards Event Center, Friday, May 10th. Visit BYBExtreme.com for tickets and information.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's so crazy, bro. You know what? As I was watching that, you made your debut in Denver, right?
So I made my debut not this last February, but so February of 23 in Miramar. They needed somebody to fight Des Green.
That's right.
I took the fight, and then Des pulled out for, I don't know what, something happened, I guess. And then I fought Henry Williams. Finished him in 37 seconds. I think they were all surprised. And all I said was, hey, I want the biggest names. Next thing you know, I'm fighting the pound for pound great, Barry Jones in London. So it's all just kind of happened fast. It was kind of thrown right at me, which again, I'm getting older. I don't have a whole lot of time left in the sport, so the quicker the better.
Yeah, man, I can't wait for this event. It's going to be tremendous. You know, I know I said we weren't going to talk about this, but obviously people want to throw a couple comments. He said people swarmed Don Mcguire like Billy Bob Thornton at a movie premiere. And it wasn't even my meet and greet. This was another meet and greet we went to. And I got to tell you, bro, it humbled me. Like I said, to have legends and world champions from the golden era of boxing asking me for my autograph. It tripped me out, bro. It was crazy. But Bill Clancy says a true badass, and then the one and only the preacher man. He said, "My brother, let's go."
What's up, brother?
You know what is it?
I hope you and the family are doing well.
Well, because I've been in this industry for 40 years, a little over now. But what is it? Because I've never seen the correlation, excuse me, of like Gigliotti, Oxidine, you, McQueen. It's like y'all know you're gonna fight each other, but you guys have this like this core unit of love for each other. You know, take me through that. What's it like to have that in a promotion, even though you know you're still gonna fight each other?
You know, when it comes to like Oxendine or Harry,
Yeah.
there's no way I'll ever be able to cut down to their weight. 160 is my limit. So we won't fight. But even if we had to fight, I just the respect they give me. You give me respect, and you're a humble warrior. I'm gonna give you your respect. You know, when I met Oxendine was my pro debut. It was my wife and I and my old boxing promoter. We were on the shuttle, and Josh and his wife were there. So it was like a husband and wife and a husband and wife got to meet. So we kind of kicked it off right there. And then I met his children, wonderful children. He hasn't met mine yet, but he will sometime. And then, you know, Harry didn't know what he was getting into necessarily when he got the Denver fight, right? So we were both headed from the airport to the venue, and he kind of picked my brain, and I filled him in on it. And then next thing you know, we were cruising on Ubers together to go get food and our snacks and our hydration drinks, and then I learned what it was like to be around Boston boys, right? So we're real quiet over here, and we're country boys. We live pretty much in the mountains. We lost them in Walmart, and I was like, oh man, I don't think we're gonna find these guys. This is a big Walmart over here. Next thing you know, in this big Boston accent, his cornerman, you can hear him cussing across the store, and I was like, oh, I found him. So we went back over there and found him, and you know, we just stayed in touch, and then it just happened to work out for promo reasons that I went to Tampa, and when he knew I was going to Tampa, he said, I want you in my corner. And I hopped in his corner. He got the dub, and it was a good night. And eventually we will train. I'm gonna fly to Boston. I'm gonna train with him. I'm gonna fly him out here. We'll do some elevation training out here. And as far as this bare knuckle thing goes, him and I are a team.
Yeah, it's so dope. I love that part of it. Bill Clancy says, but you overcame and you're doing great. You know, he's talking about, you know, at the O2, you know, every once in a while, you know, I'll tell a story, but it's from MMA. You look at AJ McKee, got to 18-0. Nobody realizes how much pressure is on an 18-0 fighter. You know, because for one, you don't want to lose a fight. For two, the promotion is pushing for you to get another win. So you can't even really concentrate on the fight because there's so many other angles that are trying to keep you up. And I remember when AJ lost his first fight, he said it felt like the greatest day of his life because he no longer had to worry about keeping that undefeated record. And I think it's great for sometimes for a fighter to get taught a lesson because you learn. And what you learn, you come back harder, come back stronger, and you have a better understanding of who you are as an individual once you get taught a lesson. And a lot of people may disagree with me, but I've been in this sport a long time, and I've seen fighters that went 20-0, and it crumbled them because they can't handle the pressure of what the promotion wants them to stay undefeated. But once you get that one L, then you can be yourself again. And a lot of problem was with AJ, his dad wanted to fight on the same card, so I couldn't even imagine fighting on the same card as my father. That would just drive me nuts. I'm gonna get to some more of these comments. Giovanni says, "Return to the Mac." It's a funny story. How Peter Griffin has that theme music when he walks. I always tell everybody that when I walk into a place, my theme music is "Return to the Mac."
Oh,
'Cause-
right on.
yeah, well, I just like to joke around and have fun in life, bro. You already know that. But Sandra K, your sister says, "Mom says she loves you and is your biggest fan." What does that
Yeah,
what does that feel like to know that, brother?
that's nothing new. My mom's that lady that texts me like 3 times a day and tells me I love you and your biggest fan and I love you more than the world. And she's that lady that's got to let you know that she loves you 20 times a day. So it's nothing new. I hear it every single day, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Uh, I, I love it.
What's she gonna tell you again, bro? She says, "I love you, bud. I'm beyond proud of you, my kiddo. I'll always be your number one fan." What would you like to say to your mother, brother?
It's been a long time coming. We're gonna go to Denver and get that dub, and then we're gonna come home and celebrate with the belt. And then all the stuff you had to deal with, and all the hard times will be worth it.
That's so dope. Yeah, and then Bill Clancy said you're one tough SOB. And I have to agree with him, man. I love your fighting style. I love the attitude, the ringmanship. Everything about you is just a class act, brother. It's just you truly are a class. I think I even told you that you, Gigliotti, McQueen, and all of you guys, new guys coming in, inspired me. You guys really did. It's to see you guys have that type of rapport with each other is a breath of fresh air in any genre of the sport because it just doesn't happen. But you guys have created this bond, and it's beautiful to see whether you guys fight each other or not. At the end of the fight, it's dinner time. Back when I was a kid, we used to kick each other's ass and then go eat dinner at each other's houses, man. So it's like it's one of those type deals. You gotta be there to see it, to understand it. Uh, Curtis DeCaney says, "My boy Tommy, too ugly to prostitute, too real to steal. So fighting it is. Let's go get that belt." Too ugly to prostitute.
That's my that's my dude right there. I think his wife is actually in my backyard with my wife right now. So they were there in last December. They'll be there again. But I have to disagree with him. I think I'd be a very attractive prostitute if I had to.
Oh God, I love it, man. I love it. See, my boy Reese, he was on Power Slap with the UFC. He said fire. And then your mom said, "This kid is my hero. I'm beyond blessed to be his mama." Oh, that's so sweet. Now they're gonna give me crap about Walmart. I'm banned. I'm banned from Walmart. You know, I went
Like
in
you can't go to any Walmart.
in my town. I can't. No.
Oh, They
I
say,
went
damn.
in, and this dude was dressed like a woman. And I told us all I said was, "Yo, bro, your wig's crooked," you know. And he got upset, and he said, "I'm not, bro. I'm a lady." I said, "You're a dude, bro." I said, "You're just a dude in a dress." I said, "You have a mental illness." And so they won't let me back into Walmart no more because I told them he had a mental illness. And, it's pretty sad. I got to go take a picture of it because they do have a picture of me at Walmart, so I can't go in. But you got to
That's
look
not a
at
bad
the
reason.
no, but you got to look at the era I grew up in. These things they didn't exist. And the last thing I'm gonna touch and talk about because I don't want to ruin this interview is it's a mental illness. You can be whatever you want to be as long as you do it behind your own closed doors. But just leave the kids alone. I'm cool. You can go ride horses for all I care, but just leave the kids alone, bro.
I'm right there with you for sure.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing about Idaho is
I lost you. Uh-oh. We lost Tommy. Well, we're going to go ahead and play a commercial and then we'll get him back. Are you there, Tommy?
there. Now I'm back.
Yeah, you got that Idaho Wi-Fi, don't you?
Yeah, dude. We've tried like 5 different services at our house. We're right in the middle of town, and they're always like, "Yeah, your house doesn't get good reception because of the mountain over there." And I'm just like, "Well, when I pull my Wi-Fi up and I'm connecting, all my neighbors are like full bars, and then mine shows like 2. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over here, but
Yeah, I've been dealing with the same thing, bro. Darlene Watkins just laughed. I don't know who that is. Maybe you do.
Daryl
I don't
Ann's my
know.
cousin. She was there in
Okay.
Denver as well last time.
Oh, okay. And then your mom says, Don, you need to go to the fight. Would love to meet you. Well, I would, but I guess I'll break the news on this show. Well, of course, everybody already knows it's my wife's birthday, and
Yes.
then Mother's Day, and then our anniversary. But my surgery for my cervical spine is going to be maybe right, just a little bit right around your fight.
Oh, okay.
So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it out to Denver this time. They keep moving the date up actually because there's 3 surgeons that have to operate on me. Because the one doctor that I did have, he milked my insurance, and I got so much nerve damage, even with the pharyngeal paralysis, that now it's such an urgent situation that we didn't even think I was going to be able to go to the Hall of Fame, and I'm still not walking. They still haven't fixed my prosthetic or anything, but that's one thing that I said in my induction speech. I don't feel sorry for myself, and I don't expect anybody else to. I said I'm not handicapped. I'm handy capable. And it's people like you that push me to get up. It's people like you that when I get to that event, I don't feel that pain. I don't feel any different than anybody else. It's this sport, man. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever had in my life, other than my wife and my son. And this weekend was just really profound. And you're going to be there someday. This weekend, I never pick sides, and I'm not supposed to pick sides, but I really want to see you win that BYB strap. I truly do. I like LT, but I may get in trouble for saying this, but I really want to see you win the title. I truly do. I mean, I find fighters that I correlate with, like Cub Hawkins and you guys mean the world to me. And you guys will do anything and help me and do these shows. but there's something special about you, Tommy. I'll take a hit to give you a compliment because I truly believe in you, my man. I think you've got what it takes to be a world champion. Now, damn it, you better go out there and do it because I'm gonna get in trouble for what I said. But I'm good with it, bro.
I appreciate you, man. It's finding the very few people like you that can read me and understand me, and what I'm working towards and what it would mean to me, to let me know that if it definitely fuels my fire, and I definitely appreciate you.
Oh man, we family, and you already know we're gonna talk. You know, hey Chris, I was in a room. I couldn't even tell you how many people were there, and the sound system wasn't the greatest sound system in the world. But I probably still wouldn't have a voice whether it was like that or not. It was just a freaking awesome weekend, man. I mean, I'm still humming, bro. I'm just buzzing. Like Clancy is. I talked to him before the show, so fresh honey and lemon would be great. But I probably still wouldn't have a voice, bro. To be honest with you, uh, and your voice is 100. And Nate Rand says somewhere Don King heard that and is saying only in BYB. I wouldn't doubt that. And then your mom said we lost him. You said, "Oh, thank you for sending prayers. I appreciate that." And your homeboy, thank you so much. You know, you know how we do it, Tommy. I'm LT. It's the day of the weigh-ins. I'm in your face. What are you gonna say to me, bro? What do you got to say to me?
I ain't got a whole lot to say other than God bless you, and may we both leave that Trigon with our lives and our health intact.
Man, that's my man. That's what I appreciate. That's why I love you, bro. Because you leave it all in the Trigon. And that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm gonna run one more commercial, and then when we come back, we'll wrap things up, brother. But I love it. I actually love this commercial. This commercial is actually pretty dope. We'll be right back.
BYB's biggest bare knuckle stars return to Denver, Colorado on Friday, May 10th for BYB 26. Mile High Brawl. Newly crowned super middleweight champion LT Smash Nelson looks to become BYB's first two-division title holder when he takes on his toughest opponent yet in the ever-dangerous and always hungry Tommy the Samurai Turner for the BYB Middleweight Belt. There will be no love lost when big-time brawlers Yuli Diaz and Zion Tomlinson look to draw first blood as they meet in the Trigon in a cruiserweight title eliminator match. Plus, BYB lightweight champion Patty Juarez gets back in action in front of her hometown crowd, while Robert Duran Jr. makes his long-awaited BYB debut. Catch all the action live at the Stockyards Event Center, Friday, May 10th. Visit BYBExtreme.com for tickets and information.
That's pretty cool, man. And matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and play this one more time because I like this.
The main event.
This is going to be a battle.
It's showtime.
I gotta give Don Povia some credit, bro. He killed it on that commercial. I'm not gonna lie. They're getting better and better, but this is gonna be a monumental moment for you. I know you're in the middle of a cut, and things get a little hard, but man, to see what's in front of you, to understand the mission, to understand what you gotta go to Denver and do. I already know what's in your head and in your heart, man. What would you like to say to the fans of Denver, the fans of BYB, the fans of Tommy Turner about what they can expect come to, I was going to say come December 2nd because that was last year, but come May 10th. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna see the best me, no doubt. The best me in 90 fights. This 89 fights. This will be my 90th. So I'm bringing my A++ game. Everyone around me is kind of even mentioned to me, or they've asked, "Hey, are you okay?" When they see me, and I'm just like, "Yeah." What do you mean? They're like, "You just seem different. You're more quiet than you normally are. You're not talking to anybody. Uh, you just seem different." My team has been having to tell me to calm down on the training because they said I'm overtraining. I'm doing too much. 2 sessions a day hasn't been enough because I know what I'm fighting for and who I'm fighting. So you guys are all going to see the real samurai come May 10th.
That's dope. That's so dope. My brother Giovanni says, once again, Don, you made me a true fan. Samurai, you have a good heart, G.
Thank you.
And then your mom said, that's my boy. Amen. She really does say it all the time, don't she, bro?
Do you? I'll send you a screenshot of my text. She tells me before bed. I got to remind her sometimes I'm almost 37 years old, Mom. You ain't gotta. We're good. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Yeah, but you know what? My son's the same age as you, bro. And I'm the same way. I tell my son I love him all the time. Nate Wren says, there were so many interesting moments this weekend. I believe no matter what happens, the Samurai will be in the Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame one day. What are your thoughts, Tommy?
Yeah, it'd be a dream come true. You know, I was honored. Scott Bird announced that he's awarding me at this year's induction. I'm not getting inducted, but I am receiving the John L. Sullivan Career Comeback Award. So just that alone means the world to me. I believe LT is getting inducted. So, you know, I go and beat him and I defend this belt, or, you know, just keep putting on good fights like the fights I've been putting on. I know I'm getting my foot in the door, and I think I'm definitely on track to get my name put in there.
You and Gigliotti, McQueen, and Oxnine, all four of you, bro. What would that mean for you to go all get inducted at one time? I know what it was like for me and Bill Clancy. It was truly, truly special. But what would it mean for you and your homies to get inducted at the same time?
It'd mean a lot to me. You know, it'd be cool with Josh because he was there when I started this bare knuckle journey. He was at the first fight, so that'd be awesome. But I think if we all got inducted at the same time and Harry and I were both there and we weren't in training camp, that's gonna be a raging party right there. So people might have to watch out and stay out of the way, because I think me and Harry together, not in training camp and celebrating, might not be the greatest thing, but we'll see. We'll see if it happens.
Yes, sir. My brother from the other side of Canada, then my other homies, he said, what a scholar. I'll bet with you, D-Dog, because Scotty the Bulldog Olsen calls me D-Dog. I get a lot of these legends give me monikers because I've been around for so long, but he said, D-Dog, the kid is a banger. He says, I'm a big fan. Hurrah, simmer salute, let's go. See, throughout my career, I always find a diamond in the rough, you know, and I always put my whole billfold on that diamond in the rough, and I ride it because that's what my whole walk has been, is to find people that are deserving that don't get opportunities. But you were already deserving when you came on my show, and you already had multiple opportunities. I think you have a very bright future, man. I'm a Tommy Turner fan. I'm not gonna lie. You know, just like I'm a Cub Hawkins fan, I'm an Oxidine fan, and I'm a McQueen fan. So at the end of the day, I think sometimes, I'm allowed to have my opinion, even though this is a promotional radio show, but I'm willing to take the lumps to let people know that I love them and respect them, because I'm black and white, and sometimes you just got to be a man and man up and say how you feel. And I wish I could be there, brother. I really do, because I know this is going to be one of the most tremendous fights. But what does it feel like to be the main card? Because you got Duran Jr. on this card too, but yet you're the main. How does it feel going into this, knowing that you got so much talent on this card, but you're the headliner?
It feels great, man. Coming from the boxing world, I was always undercard up until like my last 2 years. I was the headliner, but it was smaller cards, right? It wasn't top rank and at the MGM or anything. It was the Florida, what was it? The Florida Hall of Fame boxing weekend show. I was the headliner of that 2 times, so that was kind of cool. But fighting on a card with the fighters I'm fighting with and being the main attraction, that means a lot to me. And again, it lets me know that my hard work is paying off, and fighting my entire adult life has led me to this, and that was the whole point.
Man, there's so many. Yeah, you're definitely late, Steve, because we're about ready to wrap things up. Chris Shaggy Gonzalez says Tommy's going up that mountain with a whole town. That's got to be tremendous, because 9 times out of 10 you're away from family, you're away from friends. But do you feel it gives you that advantage having that many people in the arena with you?
It definitely changes like the comfort factor, right? I remember fighting Jesse Hart in Philly. I fought Roger Romo, Fernando Vargas's brother, in Oxnard. That's where they're from. They got the whole hood there. It definitely maybe takes a little from you, but having all my people there, just I'm that much more comfortable. Yeah, just it feels, it adds a little wood to the fire for sure.
Yeah. Maybe you'll understand this question, because somebody else commented back to him too, but he said, where's Samurai from? Come to Arizona. Don't need pullovers anymore. Do you understand that question?
So I'm guessing the pullover.
Yeah.
I'm from Idaho, man. We live at the bottom of the mountains, kind of in farm country. It's like 40 some degrees outside right now. So I just got back from coaching kids football practice, so I had to put the hoodie on and stuff. My wife was actually born in Arizona, and she's wanting to go back and visit. So we'll go check it out. But I kind of like the cold weather sometimes. I like being bundled up in hoodies. But there's definitely, I like to get away and get warm. So I might come see you in Arizona. I don't know you, but I might come to your area.
Hey, you're like me. I wear a hoodie with shorts, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I do.
Me too.
I live in the Midwest, because the weather can change from one minute to the next.
Yeah.
Somebody from YouTube says, hey, what's up? If you'd like to leave a question, Lancelot Russell, hey, feel free, because we're streaming multiple places. And that's why I tell everybody, don't pay attention to the numbers in the corner, because it really doesn't matter, because we're on like 7 different platforms right now. Your mom says, oh, she's asking Steve. Everybody's giving Steve.
I got it, Mom. I can answer.
Yeah. He said, did you know my man, Julian Jackson?
I met Julian. I believe I met Julian at not the last Hall of Fame show, but the Hall of Fame show before that, in Florida.
It's pretty cool.
I didn't get a picture or nothing, but yeah.
And then I'm going to take a couple more. He said, ask about it. No offense, Samurai. You ain't a big man. Hey, bro, you know what? You could fuck off, homeboy.
What's he saying now?
I banned him. He was starting to talk shit.
Lancelot Russell. That's a lame name anyway, man.
Yeah, I don't play that crap on my show, bro. I apologize for that, and they can take that somewhere else. Cause see, what they don't know, I hit a little button right here. Not only does it delete your comment, it bans you and it blocks you from every social media site that my show is on. So I apologize, Tommy, for that.
Oh, it's all good. Dudes like that have never stepped foot in a gym. They've probably never been in a real fist fight in their life. He's just comfortable behind his little screen right now. So,
yeah, well, he got the boot. My brother wants to know the 3Ds. What's your thoughts? Determination, desire, and dedication.
3Ds: determination, desire, dedication. Absolutely.
Pretty dope, man. He's a fighter and hockey player. It's crazy because this weekend I realized how many freaking people I know. He says, yes, they do. Roger Romo, one of my dear friends. I better pay attention to the comments. Sorry, man. Coleman Watkins says, without a doubt, this is going to be a fight for the record books. Amen. Weiser, Idaho is about the biggest little town on the map. How does it feel? Because you do get to represent the smallest town, one of the smallest towns in our country, bro. So how does it feel to be able to go in there with pride and the whole community behind you?
You know, we are a very small town, but for whatever reason, we produce some pretty standout athletes. Walter Johnson is was a Weezer guy. He's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. We have a Super Bowl champion. He owns a big ranch out there now. There's a guy, Chad Carpenter. I went to his football camps. He was from Weezer, and he played for the Browns and the Cardinals. What is it? Hans Olsen came from Weezer. He played for the Colts as a lineman. So we're a small town, but there's something in the water because the town produces some pretty bad dudes.
Yeah. God, it ain't the water, bro. It's corn fed.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm gonna take yeah, he said, dude on YouTube trolling the samurai. He was, bro, and I can't, because I can see the comments that you guys can't. And I don't play that, man. I just don't play that. He was actually should be glad I was nice on him. And I don't have much of a voice because I'd have throttled him. You know, but I'm gonna take a couple more. Darylyn Watkins says, no shit, he isn't big. He's cutting to 160, but he'll still whoop your ass. Oh, I gotta love it. He must have been able to see some of his comments. And my boy said, fuck you, homie. Don't fuck with the show, amigo. Simmer salute. Dude, that's one thing people don't understand about me. I'm the nicest guy in the world. I'm humble. But if you mess with me, you got a lot of people to worry about. Everybody I know is a fighter. Everybody that respects me is a fighter. So I might be a one-legged old man, but you're going to have to go through an army to get to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've had a couple of those, you know, and in boxing I never dealt with it, but since come to bare knuckle, I've had a few. Povia had to go on and block a guy off the YouTube pages because he was like calling me out and he wanted to street fight me and take my life with his bare hands. And I'm just like, damn, I know I didn't do his girlfriend or nothing because I'm married and I'm at home all the time. So I have no idea what you hate me so bad for. But so that guy's just another one of them, I guess. I don't know.
Probably his brother.
Probably his incest little brother or something.
Yeah. Nate Wren says Tommy Turner tracking down trolls and beating them up like Jay and Silent Bob did in their movie would be one priceless television series. You know, I know we got off track because of a troll, but we're gonna wrap things up. Tommy, from the bottom of my heart, bro, you go in there December. I keep wanting to say December. I don't know why. It's that Alzheimer's, bro. Go in there May 10th, and you show the world who the samurai is, bro. I believe in you with all my heart, and no matter which way it goes, I'm always gonna have your back either way. But man, go win one for the the, the town you come from, for your family, and like I said, I may get in trouble, but go out and win this one for me too, bro. I I, I just believe in you so much. I just think you have so much talent that I think what it is bare knuckle. You found your groove, bro. I think this is where you truly need to be, and it's phenomenal, man. I'm proud of you. Congratulations. You fast tracked to a world title in BYB, and that's something that not many people do. Shaggy says, "Great show. Nice hanging out with you, fellas tonight. We appreciate you, Shaggy, man. Congratulations. I think you're getting ready to fight again too. If I'm not on BYB's card this in Denver, but I think you're getting ready to fight." He said it's called Punch Drunk CTE, Donnie. I get it, bro. But Tommy, it's been an honor, my man. Go show the world why you're here. Go show BYB and all the haters and the people that don't want you to succeed. Go show all of them, man. Shut them the fuck up, bro. This is your time to shine. This is your time to show the world. You know, whether they be 3 feet in front of you and hating on you or 100 miles away, shut the whole fucking world up, bro. Show them who the samurai is. Show them who Tommy Turner is, and make the world proud, bro. With that being said, I'm going to hand the mic to you. Any friends or family, social media sites, or just anything you want to put on the show, the floor is yours. Before you do, your mom says, God bless you. Don, thank you for being real and an amazing person. That's all I know how to be real. I'm not perfect. I'm not any better than anybody. If we don't walk side by side, we can't be. I don't like people that think they're better than somebody. That stuff just doesn't work for me, man. We either walk together, or we don't walk at all. Um, Nate Wren says, "Thank you. This was fun. I'll never stop prank calling Bill Clancy." He hit him at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Um, and then your mom says, "Let's fucking go, Team Turner, 100%." And Darlene Watkins says, "Don, you are such a good, kind person." Hey, that's all I know how to be, man. You know, and I think if the rest of the world was just like me, there would be no problems, man. Life would be just a cool trip. Might smoke a doobie with you, but we'd good. But brother, the floor is yours, my man.
I don't have my list of sponsors right in front of me. I know I'm going to miss one. They're out of Colorado. It's a paving company. Then I've got the Lazy Walking K Construction. My buddy Travis Coleman. They'll be there. He's a sponsor. Thank you. Joe Hamilton, my buddy here in Idaho. He owns a Gun Hand Welding. That's a straight up Idaho name right there. Gun Hand Welding. He's got a little cowboy with a 6-shooter as his logo. He's actually an ex-fighter as well. But and then I think Beard Sconson's still on board with this last fight. And then thank you to all my family for your support, all my friends for your support. Thank you, Don, for having me back on. And all we can do now is zip the mouth and go get to work next weekend.
And you do you, buddy. You do you, man. Show the world, bro. You know, see, that's one thing, man. I'm excited for you, man. I really am. And my brother says samurai and new. And your mom says Ben, Amy, and Vertner.
Oh, 95, the old 95 Burger House, man. That's and Small Town Wrestling Club. They were the first ones to jump on board. So anyone in my area, if you go through Weezer, there's a restaurant right off the highway right there. It's called the Old 95 Burger House. They made a specialty burger called the Samurai. And a lot of people are like, man, that sounds gross, but it's a peanut butter bacon burger with like a whiskey barbecue sauce on it. And a lot of people are like, peanut butter don't go on a burger, but I'm telling you right now, it'll be the best burger you've ever had. So you got to stop by and try their food out.
I'm gonna have to come up there and try that, bro. I really am. I was in California, man, and everybody says, "Oh, we got burrito tacos." No, you don't. You got. No. I actually, because burrito tacos are made with goat, and so my boy Nate Rand took me to his little favorite hole in the wall, and I tell you what, oh my God, bro, it was just like being in heaven. And he says, send me the address to that restaurant.
Yeah, I'll tag you guys. We'll have to make a little trip, take some Hall of Famers in there and a world champion and eat some food.
Yeah, most definitely. Brandon Mighty Mouse DeRosa says, hey. And
what's up, dude?
Nate said, me, Don, and Clancy will clean that restaurant out. You bet you. Man, before I let you go, bro, me, Clancy, there's about 11 of us who went to eat in California. I don't know. I think it was either $500 or $800 our tab. I can't remember. But we were like going, there's no freaking way. But we just paid it just because we didn't want any hassle. But I ordered a $16 pizza and my drink was $5. I ended up putting $60 in the pot. But I tell you what, I think they charge you like 30% gratuity on top of the 13% tax in California. It was freaking outrageous, bro. Clancy paid the majority of it, I think $350 for dinner. It's just like, Jiminy Christmas. That's why I'm glad I live in the Midwest, homie. They don't you can't even get Diet Dr. Pepper in a blue state. That's what's so weird. But
right.
Tommy, go show the world, homie. Go show the world why you take this time away from your family and do what you do. Oh yeah, here we go. He said they charged the hell out of $801 for 11 people, bro. Yeah, and 4 of us had pizzas, so we'd like to know where. Yeah, but man, go make your mama proud, son.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
With that being said, man, I want to wish you a good evening, and thank you for coming on my show. And man, I'll be praying for you, bro. And you know I got your back. Go.
Absolutely.
Handle your business.
Absolutely.
God
Thank
bless
you.
you, brother.
Thank you, Don. God bless you.
All right. Have a good night, bro.
You too, bro.
All right. Bye-bye. Man, I'm sorry, but I'm just a huge Tommy Turner fan. I might get in trouble for what I said, but I love LT Smash Nelson, so don't get it twisted. But I'm a fan of Tommy Turner's. I'm gonna run this commercial one more time, and then we'll come back. We'll wrap things up.
BYB's biggest bare knuckle stars return to Denver, Colorado on Friday, May 10th for BYB 26. Mile High Brawl. Newly crowned super middleweight champion LT Smash Nelson looks to become BYB's first 2-division title holder when he takes on his toughest opponent yet in the ever dangerous and always hungry Tommy the Samurai Turner for the BYB Middleweight Belt. There will be no love lost when big-time brawlers Yuli Diaz and Zion Tomlinson look to draw first blood as they meet in the Trigon in a cruiserweight title eliminator match. Plus, BYB lightweight champion Patty Juarez gets back in action in front of her hometown crowd, while Robert Duran Jr. makes his long-awaited BYB debut. Catch all the action live at the Stockyards Event Center, Friday, May 10th. Visit BYBExtreme.com for tickets and information. The main event.
This is going to be a battle.
It's showtime.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I apologize again for my voice. Man, thank you, bro. I really appreciate you, fam. Um, but stupid buttons. Phil Dell says, great show and congrats on your accomplishments, Don. You the man. You know, I'm a humble person. So this weekend was overwhelming in a lot of ways. It was, like I said, I've never had so many world champions correlate around me and ask me for my autograph. And it was special. And I would like to thank the National Boxing Hall of Fame for inducting me in the class of 2024 with Evander Holyfield, Roy Jones Jr., Marco Antonio Barrera, Winky Wright, Eddie Futch. It just goes on and on. Jimmy Finn. It was just a beautiful, beautiful day. You know, this is what I got from the National Boxing Hall of Fame. That, like I said earlier, this is the one that put me in the history in boxing. This is the one that put me into history in MMA. But without any of you, none of us would be here. None of us would exist. So I want to thank all of you for standing up and supporting me for all these decades, because without you, I wouldn't exist. I would have never been here, nor would a lot of these fighters. So you have a good night and God bless. And I'll keep you guys up to date on my surgery. They keep moving it up, like I said, but God bless you and have a good night. And thank you, Tommy Turner.